what's funny?
What?
Also, our Life 360 is going to show the same place.
Yep. Wonder why it doesn't send notifications like, hey, Joey just got the, or like if I'm at work and you come bring me lunch, hey, Daddy just got here.
Oh, I'm sure if you pay for it,
yeah,
it will give you all that. So, what went down at Wake today? Anything good, interesting?
It was probably the quietest day of the year.
Best way to go, Joe, with less traffic.
East way, there's always going to be traffic.
Okay.
Well,
you're right. There's already traffic here.
Mm-hmm. You know what's crazy? Theoretically, I could have done 15 because in the amount of time I was doing 100 bags, when I got 14, I had time for one more, but I was tired.
14. Put it there.
You know what that means. Huh?
Proud of you, son.
And I did 5,300 of them this week. That means I did 5,300 of screws this week.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I should take Superior German Engineering down there.
I'll give you a tune-up when you get back.
Okay. Where were you? It took you an hour to get here.
Right road. And the traffic was fucking believable. It started as soon as I crossed Independence and got on over there where we sold in the La Putana.
Oh, yeah.
There was some buses on the right. Traffic just got backed up.
Oh. texting back and forth with Peaches at lunch today. She was like, "You outside?" I'm like, "Yeah." She said, "How does it feel?" I said, "Like you." She said, "What does that mean?" I said, "Hot as hell."
You played outside today?
Yeah.
You out of a pudgy little mind?
Well, it's very cold in there.
Man, I would enjoy that. I said I would have enjoyed that.
I need some fresh air. Couldn't avoid it.
Nope. Someone tried. You felt me try.
Yep. Hey, Daddy.
Yeah.
I remember when Peaches was. Remember when me and Peaches were talking about, "You ain't told your mama about me?"
Yeah.
Well, she said, "You could just tell her we work together." Wouldn't that be funny if that actually happened? Because she's like, "I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do. The club closed." We don't need no more sighted people though, so.
Back on time?
Yep.
Good.
Oh, God.
Harris Waltz.
Huh?
Person in front of us would be one dumb motherfucker.
What is that?
We voted for Harris Waltz.
What was that just went by?
One of those little souped up Honda.
Why do they still have a Harris Waltz sticker on the thing? That shit happened like 6 months ago. Is that a Harley over there?
The what?
That ain't a Harley.
No. Did we ever discuss me coming to get you earlier?
No, why?
No, the council said we did, and I know we didn't.
I told her I didn't want to do that because
she said, I said, "Why don't you pick him up and leave?" Well, because I'm going to be with my mother until 2:30 or something like that, so, you know.
Well, I told her I didn't want to leave early because we were going to get screwed with the traffic no matter what we did.
Yep.
So. Wouldn't have minded leaving at 3:30 though. Because I already got.
Nobody told me shit.
I know, I'm just saying, like.
I got there before 4.
I know. Only knowing what I know now, that I was going to hit 1400 with enough time to clock out, it would have worked out.
And then I saw you out there, and I said, damn, bullshit before you get out there, you know? I see you inside moving around.
I wasn't nobody there to bullshit with. Plus, I was like, I already busted my ass off, and they only did they came up 400 short of the goal for the whole department. So I said, I'm leaving then.
Here coming the other way, that's when the traffic's set. Time for me to fuck with you.
Yep, I got every bit of 1400 today. Yep.
You know what I said to you? You any idea how much I love you?
Yes.
Have you any idea how proud I am of you?
Yes. This is our favorite 7-Eleven.
Yep. And Marvin Road. Your lunch today?
Wonderful.
That sandwich wasn't hard?
Nope.
Good. You know you can put them in the microwave for about 30
I ain't messing
seconds.
with that microwave over there.
Huh?
So I ain't messing with that microwave over there.
Okay. Also, how was your pastelito?
Yeah, it was great.
I went and got that for you yesterday.
Thank you. Quan working over there yet?
Yeah, I saw him.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, he's working now making sandwiches.
Oh, cool. What about his girl?
I don't know. I need me. One of these days they gave me some. It's a long haul.
What is?
Before I get Sanctus again. So what's the best way to go? Down Carmel or take a left on Providence?
Don't do anything with Providence Road.
Okay. That's why I consult you. Because in addition...
I'm freaking sick of Providence Road traffic. I have to go down there on
loving you
STS.
more than life itself, and to being so proud of you, I trust your counsel and opinion, especially when it comes to traffic.
Yeah, I'm freaking sick of Providence Road at this point. STS.
All right. Yeah.
Wow. I'm gonna sleep good tonight.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I'm tired. Ben took off work today.
That's what I hear.
Why couldn't he leave at why couldn't we leave after his work?
All you would have had to say is pick me up at 2. Well, the council wouldn't have been there at 2, so that would have been counterproductive.
I told her I couldn't leave at 2 anymore. It wasn't considered a full day anymore.
Oh, no?
Huh?
When did that change?
Oh, a while ago, a few months ago.
Yeah, he needs to make production. That's what the problem is.
Yeah.
Listen, I forgot to tell. I could have brought John home.
You really
You know
would.
what those fucking people did this morning, which pissed me off?
Oh,
Your driver.
what?
I got out there at 6:08. What time are they supposed to? What's your window?
6:10.
Okay. She already had walked up and left a notice on Tony's car that said, "We come and got you." And
Oh, she did.
yeah.
Oh, that confirms something that that Showgirl's been saying for years about that particular driver.
Yeah.
She's a known pain in the ass around Lion Services.
You're supposed to give you 5 minutes.
Yep. She didn't even give me that.
No. They left it on top of Tony's car. What the fuck is this? Did she say anything to you?
Yeah.
What?
You know you're late. You know I was about to leave, but I was about to pull off.
Did you tell her, no, I'm not late?
Yeah.
What'd she say?
And she ain't say nothing because I just said, she was like, you know you're late, right? And I was like, nope. And she was too, cause when I got on the bus, she told the people, I have the client on board. Never mind.
And they never called.
Well, like I said, everybody at Lion Services knows that chick is a pain in the ass.
You want me to report her?
Yeah. Even Tequila knows she's a pain in the ass.
What's her name?
Sharon Black. I can't wait for you to meet Tequila one day. She's so freaking funny. You know what me and Cassidy were talking about?
Hey, I saw him bowling the other day. Cassidy's John was bowling.
Yeah.
Why don't you go bowling?
Oh, God. There are some very unique people in that group.
Joey, stay the fuck away from toxic people.
I know. That's why that's your answer right there.
All right. It's not worth it.
Nope.
You're a very happy person to have somebody make your life leaving hell.
There are people I like in there, but there are also people that I wanna that I hope.
Marion?
There are also people I want to get used as a bowling pin in there.
Marion bowls, doesn't he?
Oh?
That's what
Marlon? Marlon does the golf thing. I like golf.
Okay.
Golf is a man's sport.
Hey, how about have you ever seen Matt again?
Yeah.
How is he?
He alright. Oh.
John was telling me that Hatito has some meat every day. He said yesterday he got him a damn...
I know, I heard.
I like that.
That'd be cool.
I'm going to go there next Thursday and get me a...
Hey, Daddy.
Yeah.
Guess what?
What?
That's when I was thinking about going to Jack Beagle's, actually.
Shit, I forgot. You know, I got to cancel your ride for Tuesday, too.
Oh, yeah. And report Sharon Black while you're at it.
Mm-hmm.
like for real, I want to go to Jack Beagles on Thursday.
Okay, so
I don't know how long I'll stay at Beagles in particular.
Floridum.
Oh.
I didn't say anything about seeing bunches of Floridum.
Oh, you didn't?
When I saw you, I normally mess with you,
Yeah.
but I didn't.
Donation and joining as a new member. Welcome to the family. Amazing.
Again.
That brings us down to needing
it's gonna be
five more people to
fucking
donate
time
in the next 32 minutes. Easy. As long as
And you want to listen to this shit?
No, I'm waiting for the
704-549-9000 right now, or go to WFAE.org to make that donation.
Yeah, and if you're one of those people who's never made a donation before and you're kind of wondering, well, how does this work? How exactly
I
do
like
I do
being
it?
one of them.
We'll tell you.
Yeah.
You pick up the phone and you can call 704-549-9000. We have a lot of friendly operators who take your call.
Mm-hmm.
They ask you a couple questions like your name, how much you'd like to give, if you have any questions or comments even that you can leave for us.
If you want a t-shirt
If you
as a
want a
thank you
t-shirt
gift.
as well, absolutely. And then in about 3 or 4 minutes, you're done. You get to sit back and listen to the radio, feeling more invested in this community and in this station.
Careful of potholes.
WFAE sounds different after you've actually chipped something in.
It's so
Sounds
that is so true.
Yeah.
I know as a longtime backseat baby public media listener, when I became a sustaining member to a different station years ago, you know, it was like, wow, I actually feel like I'm part of this now. I'm not just a bystanding listener. I am here and I'm invested, I'm involved, and it does make a difference, and it sounds different when you give. So I challenge you to do it right now. It's WFAE.org. Click that big red donate button or call 704-549-9000. We'd love to add your name to the list.
Yep, and again, we need just 5 more people this hour to meet our goal. I know that there are 5 people out there listening right now who are on the fence and are ready to get off and help support this station. 704-549-9000. Thanks.
It's All Things Considered from NPR News. I'm Ari Shapiro.
And I'm Elsa Chang. President Trump has floated the idea of privatizing air traffic control.
But his transportation secretary doesn't think now is the best time.
To have a fight about privatization is just going to divide people. And what that'll actually do is make sure that we don't actually build a brand new air traffic control system.
Now news.
Live from NPR News in Washington, I'm Dwayne Brown. President Trump is calling today's Supreme Court ruling placing new limits on nationwide judicial injunctions a victory. This after Trump complained that individual judges were putting up roadblocks to his agenda. The ruling, however, leaves unclear the fate of Trump's restrictions on birthright citizenship. The administration wants to deny citizenship to U.S.-born children of people who are in the country illegally.
Thanks to this decision, we can now promptly file to proceed with these numerous policies and those that have been wrongly enjoined on a nationwide basis, including birthright citizenship, ending sanctuary city funding, suspending refugee resettlement, freezing unnecessary funding, stopping federal taxpayers from paying for transgender surgeries, and numerous other priorities.
A conservative majority on the court left open, though, the possibility that the birthright citizenship changes could remain blocked nationwide. China and the U.S. say they have signed a trade agreement that formalizes a temporary deal they reached last month. NPR's Emily Fang has more.
Trade negotiation teams met in Switzerland in May and agreed that both countries would pause most of the retaliatory tariffs they'd imposed on each other for 90 days. Tariffs that reached as high as a base of 145% tax the U.S. imposed on Chinese goods. But then the agreement seemed to fall apart quickly, only to be resuscitated after teams from the two countries met again in London earlier this month. This week, President Trump said he'd signed a trade deal without specifying what was in it. China clarified Friday that they confirmed what they called a consensus reached in May. And China also said they'd begin approving the export of some controlled items, notably some rare earth metals that only China currently refines. Emily Fang, NPR News, Washington.
Stocks finished broadly higher on Wall Street today. This is NPR.
This is WFAE News. I'm Nick Delic.
I want to hear news in the state.
He's going to go back
And
to
some
that.
latest vetoes. WUNC's Colin Campbell has more.
Republicans in the House are just one vote short of a veto-proof majority this year. But Reid says he doesn't think Democrats are likely to cross party lines on an override vote.
Based on the votes I've seen, I would think we sustain. Every member of my caucus has the right to do whatever they want. I support whatever decisions they make, but I think that these are issues that we've been pretty united on, and I think we'll stay united on these issues.
Stein has vetoed legislation on immigration and concealed handgun permits. Republican lawmakers didn't take any override votes last week before their summer break. But House Speaker Dustin Hall says that was only because of absences.
It's just a matter of determining a date where all the members will be here. And when that happens, I'm confident we'll have the votes to override.
Stein is likely to veto more bills before the legislature returns in late July. I'm Colin Campbell in Raleigh.
ICE agents arrested 30 people at a Kings Mountain factory Wednesday in a workplace raid tied to identity theft and possible federal crimes. The arrest came as agents served a search warrant at the Buckeye Fire Equipment Company. ICE has not released the names or nationalities of those detained. Workers were taken to ICE detention centers in Georgia. The factory raid comes amid a broader uptick in ICE activity across the Charlotte area, including near schools, courthouses, and churches. North Carolina lawmakers gave final approval this week to 3 bills banning diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives across public institutions. One bill targets DEI programs in state government agencies, another bans them at public universities and community colleges, and a third affects K-12 public schools. Democratic Representative Zach Hawkins says the bans would dismantle programs that help minority-owned businesses and students from disadvantaged backgrounds.
We're sending an incredibly bad signal to people who want to come and do business by supporting anti-diversity, equity, inclusion efforts.
All 3 bills passed along party lines. Governor Stein could veto them. There's a chance of isolated storms in our area this afternoon. Then tonight, expect mostly clear skies. Lows around 73. This weekend should be hot. Highs in the low 90s. Right now, it is 93 degrees. This is WFAE News.
Support for NPR comes from the station and from the Kauffman Foundation, providing access to opportunities that help people achieve financial stability, upward mobility, and economic prosperity, regardless of race, gender, or geography. Kauffman.org. From the Walton Family Foundation.
They said nothing about
to create access to opportunity
about
for
people with
in
disabilities
communities
now,
that
did they?
tackle tough social and environmental problems. More
That's why they can
information
all
is
go
on
to hell.
WaltonFamilyFoundation.org. And from the listeners who support this NPR station.
This is All Things Considered from NPR News. I'm Ari Shapiro in Washington.
And I'm Elsa Chang in Culver City, California. The air traffic control system in the U.S. is in drastic need of an overhaul. The Trump administration wants Congress to approve a multi-billion-dollar investment in the Federal Aviation Administration to make changes. But 8 years ago, Trump had a different idea for how to reform air traffic control, privatize it. NPR's Joe Hernandez reports on why that proposal never got off the ground.
For the past few months, U.S. air traffic control has been in the spotlight, especially at Newark's airport in New Jersey, heard here in a recording from liveatc.net.
Street 89 heavy exit off of 4.
High-profile equipment failures and staffing shortages led to waves of flight cancellations and delays in Newark, and in January, a mid-air collision between an American Airlines regional jet and a U.S. Army helicopter near Washington, D.C. killed 67 people and renewed safety concerns about flying. Now the Trump administration wants to modernize the system. In 2017, Trump proposed moving air traffic control out of the government and into a nonprofit, saying the Federal Aviation Administration had failed to improve it.
But after billions and billions of tax dollars spent and the many years of delays, we're still stuck with an ancient, broken, antiquated, horrible system that doesn't work.
Trump wasn't the first president to float the idea. The Clinton administration proposed making air traffic control a quasi-government corporation in 1994, but neither plan took off. Trent Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy said recently he doesn't think now is the time for privatization.
Have a fight about privatization is just going to divide people. And what that'll actually do is make sure that we don't actually build a brand new air traffic control system.
Still, some advocates say privatization ought to be given another chance in light of the recent problems with the aviation sector. Robert Poole, Director of Transportation Policy,
That's what Amtrak is.
Think tank Reason Foundation says air traffic control should be turned into a public utility like electricity or water.
The basic case for air traffic control is that it has many of these characteristics of a utility. It could be run by a government corporation, by a non-profit corporation, or a regulated private corporation.
Canada privatized its air traffic control system in 1996, and other countries, including the United Kingdom, Australia, and New Zealand, removed their systems from direct government control. Poole says that makes it easier to raise and spend money, and it gives the government more independence to act as a safety regulator.
Today, when it comes to air traffic control, FAA basically regulates itself.
Opponents say privatization hasn't always worked well for the countries that have done it. They point to staffing issues and safety problems. And according to Jim Kuhn with the Aircraft Owners and Pilots Association, it could also hurt smaller airports and pilots that don't produce the same economic impact as large airlines.
That would be very detrimental to many small communities around the country that rely on these small airports for medical issues, for disaster relief, for businesses.
Even the major airlines, once supporters of privatization, have cooled on it.
Farming
Kuhn
out
says
to
the aviation
Mexico.
industry is instead lining up behind the Trump administration plan to modernize
Farming
air
out to
traffic
Mexico.
control
They
and
won't
is
fix
largely
it. They
leaving
won't spend any
privatization
money on their
behind.
shit.
It's been discussed for decades. There's not consensus there, but there is consensus now to modernize our system, and that's what we want to do.
Secretary Duffy says with the right amount of funding from Congress, that process could take just 4 years. Joe Hernandez, NPR News.
Just in time for another Democrat to get in us and fuck it up again.
Murder numbers are falling dramatically in the U.S. after a surge in 2020 and 2021. City officials often point to policing as a key reason, and that can play an important role. But crime analysts say there's more to it. NPR criminal justice reporter Meg Anderson reports.
When murders decrease, the police are often the first to take note. In Detroit, city officials say homicides are the lowest they've been since 1965. Police Chief Todd Bedison says he's seen a huge difference in officer well-being.
They're not drinking from a fire hose. If you can imagine trying to get a drink of water from a fire hose with all that water coming in.
Detroit is not alone. The number of murders is plummeting nationwide. In 2024, murders fell 14% across the country. That's according to the data firm AH Datalytics and other think tanks. Official FBI data only goes through 2023, but shows similar drops. And early data from AH Datalytics suggests the drop could be even bigger in 2025.
We're seeing really not just declines, but large declines and large across-the-board declines. I mean, it's everywhere.
Jeff Asher is co-founder of AH Datalytics. Generally, he says crime goes up and down by only a few percentage points each year.
You think about a really large ship, it doesn't turn fast. These things don't change fast.
And yet, they have. Asher and other analysts have zeroed in on an explanation: COVID. All of a sudden, you had a lot of young people who are more likely to commit crimes than older people at home with nothing to do. And a vital support system got ripped away: public services. Between March and May of 2020, the country's local government workforce shrank by nearly 10%.
They're the biggest employer of teachers. They employ coaches and counselors and aides and all the people that young people connect with.
John Roman is with NORC, a research group at the University of Chicago.
They employ physical health, mental health, behavioral health providers, and they fund all the local programming in the area.
5 years later, local government employment is finally back at pre-pandemic levels. Municipalities are bringing in more money, and their spending has gone up too. That means many services are coming back, and with them, places where young people can find support. In Detroit, Police Chief Bedison credits some of the city's murder decline to changes in policing techniques and higher officer staffing levels. But he also sees it as a citywide team effort.
It's not one thing that drives violence. And so we are always consistently looking for the root causes.
2 years ago, the city invested $10 million in 6 community organizations. Each group was assigned a section of the city. Their goal was to reduce violence in that area.
We're here. We make great time.
Yep. Oh, God.
How meat they got?
Huh?
You got your bag?
Yeah.
Can I borrow some space?
Yes.
That face gonna lead me. But I want you to have a good time.
Oh, I love the beach. Me? You. Gonna have a great time down there.
I wish I didn't have to go, but I only go because you.
Huh?
I only go because you need me.
But then we wouldn't have been able to go to Murphy's if you didn't go. Yes?